Hello guys, this is Candidate Master Coach Abel from Club Level Chess. In today's video, I will show you how we can crush the London system in a kind of approach, in a kind of aggressive and combative approach using Queen B6 move. I developed the idea with the help of Stockfish, and it literally happened in my game last week. I played in Shanghai in Maya Open, and I would like to share you. I was inspired to make this video because it literally happened in my classical game. Stay tuned and let's see the video. The game started with d4, d5, knight f3, knight f6, and my opponent played bishops f4, I played c5, and he played e3, I played knight c6, and he played c3, and I played queen b6. This is a very bold and brilliant move, and because it's a very combative, and as compared to the classical London, this one is very kind of aggressive approach and is tempting for white. So here my opponent played queen b3, and we go c4. My aim is just to go for an advantage. If he takes, I will take it, and I will roll this pawn. I will develop my pieces and castle, and I will play from there. It's quite comfortable opening for black. If my opponent tries to do something, there's also a first trick, 4 tricks I want to show you. The first one is most probably most of the London players know it. After c4 move, queen c2, there is a trick called bishop f5. Even though the bishop is not protected, we go for this trick. If he takes, we know this he cannot take. We're going to take the b2 pawn, and eventually we win exchanging a pawn. So this is a terrible mistake. Most of the London players know this, but I'm going to show you 4 kinds of different traps and tricks that a white could fall in that trap. I developed the idea with the help of Stockfish engine. It's incredibly insane. Okay, let's see. Let's go back. Okay, what if when black goes f5? What if the best move according to the engine is the white goes to c1? This c1, the queen c1 moves looks a little bit coward move. It's silly, the queen. So if he plays here, we go the normal move. And now here our opponent tries to win the bishop advantage. No way, we're not giving him this bishop. This is a trap. This is the first trap I look at, and I was amazed when I first find out it. You try to pause the video and black to move and win a piece here by force. It's pretty amazing. The best move here is to take this knight when the rook's back here. Here it is, the boom, g5. This is incredibly amazing move. If he takes, well, we have this fork and he cannot defend this bishop. This is trap number 1. It could not happen. It's okay, but let's go and here let's see what really happened in our games. My opponent took my it's my turn. After he played queen b3, I pushed c4 pawn, and we exchanged the queens here. Everything is normal. My opponent played h3, which is, I believe, is an accuracy. I don't have the intention to go to g5, so this move is not great. So I played the normal developing move and a little trick here. If you don't see it, I will take this knight and I will take this pawn. So that's easy. Anybody could see that. My opponent played knight bd2, and I played e6. Here my opponent played knight h4, which is slightly a mistake and a trap that I played. I took the idea from Stockfish, and it's not again going to g6 and giving him this bishop. No way. It's very incredible. We go the bishop here. Our idea is just to exchange the bishop here. So this doesn't happen, and after this move my opponent played just a normal developing move, so do I. Here he played bishop e2, I played bishop e7, and he castled, and so do I here. Here is the trap begins here. He goes for this bishop, assuming that bishop is not going anywhere, and he thought maybe I go to g6 and to the idea of to take. But my plan is not to go there. This is very tempting. I go my bishop to c2. I go my bishop to c2 here, and here he could attack my here bishop. My idea is already to go here. Well, this is the position that I really want to analyze, and the reason that I want to make a video about this move. This pawn, it seems here awkward and vulnerable, but this pawn is going to be a hero. I mean, it's going to be a protected passed pawn no matter what white did. That is a very, I mean, a deep idea. Look, if he tries to go after this pawn, I have the idea of to go here and attacking this. Let's say if he go back, I have a very incredible move. This move is a very bold move. He can't do anything. Let's say if he goes to knight here with the idea of taking this pawn, no, that pawn is immune, cannot be taken at all. I go here, and if he takes this pawn, well, you're gonna lose your rook. No way, you cannot do that. So here my opponent decided here. My opponent played the other way. He asked the exchange here. I just get a tempo move. He goes the rook here, and at this point I played b5, which is the best move according to the engine also, and he goes for exchange. I move the opportunity. I centralize my knight to e4 and attacking this knight, so he go back the knight to f3, and here after a very long think, my opponent I also just attack this with the idea of sorry, let's go back, with the idea of attacking c3, with the idea of attacking c3 with the knight and the pawn. So my opponent has no option here, just he exchanged after b4, b5, b4. He took my bishop, and I also took here. He has no option, he took, and now my pawn is protected. This is what I really want to achieve. He tried to attack, but it doesn't matter now. My opponent played here c4, and I played bishop f6 with the idea of limiting his counter chances. And if he tries to create something, I have this threat of taking the b2 pawn and attacking the rook. Eventually this pawn is going to be vulnerable. So here my opponent tried to get a counter chance with this move, and I played g6, which is actually not a good move according to the engine. I missed here. Anyways, it's the second or third move here. My opponent tried to bring the knight with the idea of going the knight to c5 and attack this. I don't want that to happen, and I push this pawn. This move is also a little bit awkward, even though, but humanistically it could happen because he have a dark square bishop, and both my pawns are on dark squares. At some point he can go to d6 and c7 and try to attack the pawns, but it's still okay. I'm restricting the knights here. So here my opponent, after a very long think, pushed this pawn, and I just wanted to here before that, sorry, after I moved this pawn, my opponent desperately played the rooks to d1, which is strange to me. I realized that after the game I asked him why he played here, and he really worried about this pawn, and he wanted to bring to f1 and protect, further overprotect. So here I just used the opportunity to double my rooks and to get this pawn. Now he just pushed this pawn. I just doubled my rooks, and at this point my opponent took the pawn. Sorry. At this point he played bishop d6. I took the pawn. He took, and after this exchange, I brought my king to the center. So does he. At this time I was thinking. At this point, my opponent do not want to sit and wait passively, so he tried his counter chances. He pushed d5. Now it's my turn. Here, sorry, I played the rook to a4, attacking this, and going to c2, with the idea of attacking the c4 pawn and going to my rooks to c2 and create chances. So he pushed the knight on d5 here. I moved my knight to e5, which is a good move according to the engine. Here he pushed this pawn, and I took the pawn here. I cannot let him. If I don't take this pawn is going to be passed pawn, so I don't want to give him that chance. And I take here. My opponent played a kind of desperado, it's in between moves. If I take, there is a fork with a knight against my rook and king. If I take this pawn, so I should not take. This pawn is not going anywhere. I go to e8. Since the file is on my since the file is controlled by me, I was not worrying here. Here I played the rook to c5. I tried to infiltrate my rook. I was happy. I hope that I'm winning the game. And there was here incredible line that my opponent also missed, and a drawing chance, but it's very incredible. It's hard to find it. The drawing move is knight b2. I didn't even see this move. I have no option here. If I go here, this is going to play here and to give me some discomfort here. So I have to defend like this, and he gave a check here. He take back, and my knight is under attack. I will go here, and now he can go he can take the other open file. This is the move that I missed, and here I have to go back passively, and he just started to push this pawn. I will push this pawn. It's very complicated, and both of us. My opponent also was very down in time, and he couldn't find it. So do I. At this point, he took this pawn, and I go back here. And now he took this pawn. I immediately took the open file. Here my opponent tries to protect the open file, and I just took the move that I really want to make as rook c2. Here my opponent was really out of time, and he just pushed this pawn, trying to create some counter chances. I played knight c4, and here he actually blundered this move. I mean, it's so sad. He blundered the move, and I just took it. He pushed this pawn straight, and I played rook b2, and at this point my opponent resigned, and I win the game. Okay, here is the message from the game. It's all about the d3 pawn is a hero pawn. Okay, this is the move I really want to make a video. This is a very incredible, deeper idea from Stockfish, and I literally used that idea to win the game, and I'm so happy. I hope you guys get some lesson from it and enjoy the game. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.